Hello, everyone. Not many people know who I am. I have my own Instagram account. And I'm on here because, first, I'd like to say that this Instagram account was supposed to go live in August. But after finding out that Biden has stepped out of the race, I feel that it's imperative that I do a video now. So far, it seems like he's endorsing Kamala. That's what it seems to say on the news. I've been looking at it, following it. I don't really trust the news a lot, but so far CBS popped up on my feed and they're endorsing Kamala. And I honestly don't see a problem with that. She has my vote. Yes, there's controversy. Yes, during stop and frisk, she was a tough SDA. And yes, a lot of people were put in jail for honestly no reason, in my opinion. Like, just because pot was illegal, you don't have to go to jail for that. It's not like it's going to kill anyone. However, I think the years as a vice president may have taught her a few things, and I think that she's learned a lot. And also, I find her to be very intelligent. It takes about a good 4 years to learn how to speak in front of people. And I know that when we saw her in the last debates, people weren't exactly thrilled. But the reality is, you haven't saw her in this debate. You haven't saw her recently. You haven't seen her recently. And I think she's quite impressive with what she has to say. So I'm going to say this. This goes out to the blue no matter who people. I'm hearing that a lot of you are saying you're not going to vote now. And I'm going to say one thing that I think you all need to hear in my way. Wake up. This is who we have now. Okay? And it's hard because it's not who we thought we had. Okay? I get it. We've been dealing with American trauma in that, and what I mean by American trauma is that this country has been in a nasty, emotionally and physically abusive relationship since 2016. Let's be honest here. America's taken a beating. Now, America's taken a beating for a very long time. It's been longer. But we just keep re-traumatizing her over and over again. You get it? And we're filled with so many angry people on both sides. People want what they want. We're both scared. But listen, people, Biden made a very difficult decision and stepped down. Who we have next, which is most likely Kamala, because of what I'm seeing on CBS News recently, today, and he's endorsing her. I'm thinking that the blue no matter who people need to start realizing that this is where we're going. And I know that sucks for a lot of you, but you got to ask yourself, what do you want? Okay? Do you want to live in a country where there's a possibility that the next president can pass the ERA, that we can finally be equal and not be persecuted for who we are, and the only people who get, get persecuted, if you were prosecuted or what have you, would be the people who actually broke laws, like stealing and shit, like laws, for once we could be equal. I'm not saying Christians can't be Christians. Okay. That's not what America is about. America is about having the freedom to practice. Okay. Having the freedom to be who we are. But you got to ask yourself, do you want to keep those freedoms? Or do you want to live in a society where Christian nationalism takes over and it's the new 21st century Nazi regime, if you think about it, okay? And it'll happen. It's already been happening. If anyone has not read Project 2025, The Mandate, please do. Better yet, if anyone hasn't read the book, Preparing for War, The Extreme History of White Christian Nationalism and What Comes Next by Bradley Onishi, who used to be a Christian nationalist, so he knows what this is about. Please do, because at least you'll understand how they think. I'm definitely reading it, okay? I've been learning so much about it. And I'm realizing that the place that these people come from is anything outside of it is the devil, okay? Anything outside of their bubble, where they believe that God should be ruling America because America is dying in their eyes due to secular humanism, which is actually peaceful and just letting people live the way they want to live. Do you want that in the country? Do you want to live that? The blue no matter who people. This goes out to everyone on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok anymore. okay? Because it's very toxic, and I can't go back on there. And Instagram is bad, but most of my feed is cats and capybaras anyway. So as I'm saying, again, to the people on TikTok that I've heard have been going apeshit, the blue no matter who people who stated, I'm not voting if this, and that. Wake up, please. What do you want in your country? What do you want to live? How do you want to live? People often ask me, and I got asked today after I was on a page where they had this picture of a non-binary person in a beautiful ball gown. And that picture got a lot of flack from a lot of people who were conservative and very against that, right? And I asked them, why is there such a visceral personal reaction, okay, to something that has nothing to do with them, to somebody else? Why is it? It's almost so personal that somebody else's life has something to do with yours. None of them could answer that question. As a matter of fact, they refused to. I got called names, deflection. And then finally, one person asks me the same question while thinking that they can diagnose you with whatever they call TDS, which, by the way, is not even the DSM-5. They got to stop making shit up, honestly. Okay. They asked me how Trump affects me personally. So I answered. I come from a Puerto Rican family. Yeah, I know. I have the colorism privilege. Call it the Spaniards, but you all know the history, right? But yo soy no puertorriqueña, okay? My family, they're conservative, but there are other parts of the family who aren't. And most of those people are either LGBT+. Some of them are very close to me, and I love them dearly. I'm queer. But I'm married to a man, and it's not because I was hiding. It's because I'm queer and I can go either way. I'm bisexual. I'm pants. I could go either way, and I fell in love with him first. Okay. And I'll get more into that at another time on another account. But the family that I love so much, I love my entire family. Okay. They talk to each other, and it's very internalized, and all the dismay on the conservative side. They're cordial with each other, okay? And they say out loud that they love that family. And they do. But I don't think they understand the correlation of voting conservative and loving that family and how it's hurting the family. Especially LGBT+ people in it. Especially people of color. So, and we do. We have Black Latinos and Latinas in my family, okay? And so to answer the question, I answered it like, if Trump gets elected, his policies will hurt those that I love in my family. And that's how it affects me on a personal level. That's it. That person didn't talk to me after that. I didn't get anything from them. I did get a lot of other people deflecting and getting angry at me. And I realized that their answers lie in their deflection. Anything outside of that bubble, outside of that nationalistic way of thinking where the white evangelism and the Christian evangelism, all of that, right? All goes together. If it's outside of it, it's hedonistic. If it's outside of it, it's the devil. If it's outside of it, it's ruining the country. Compassion and empathy to them is ruining our country. So ask yourselves, the blue no matter who people on TikTok who are complaining about not wanting to vote now. What country do you want? With what we have now, I'm saying Kamala has my vote all the way. Now, I'm saying it. Kamala has my vote. Okay? That's it. But I want to ask what kind of country you want to live in that you're willing to just watch it. That's what I want to know. Now, I know voting is a personal choice. Not everyone wants to vote. But if you're going to say you were going to vote and then not voting because Biden stepped down, and he needed to, people, as much as I hated what the media did to him, he's sick. He's not okay, okay? And he knew it. And he stepped down like a human being would, okay, who cares about their country. He knew he wasn't able to do it anymore, okay? Give him that respect. And just remember to ask yourself when you're at that ballot, if you have children in the trans and non-binary LGBT+ community, what do you want for them? What do you want for them when you guys are no longer on this planet and your children are adults living in it? living in this country. What do you want? So that's what I'm going to tell you. That's how this Instagram post goes live today, is me basically asking you what you want and asking you to please think critically and asking you to wake the fuck up. This is who we have. Where do you want to be, and where do you want your children to be when you're no longer around to be there for them? Ask yourself that question. Where do you want your daughters to be? That's it.